So the nightmare has come true. Ghmc has cancelled all passes of NGOs and civil society members who've been involved in distribution of cooked food and dry rations to the needy. Yet the Ghmc has not been bothered having a consultation with the NGOs, civil society as to the areas they've been serving where they've been serving people, what are the needs of the people. They've not done any kind of homework, no groundwork, but they have enforced this blanket ban. And then to top this, we have cases of police brutality. Mainstream media may show a very hunky-dory picture of things happening here during the lockdown, but unfortunately ground reality is something else. You have seen videos which have been going viral. Yesterday there was a video of an auto driver who was beaten up mercilessly in Mir Chowk. He had come out to buy cooking gas, and he kept screaming, and in frustration he was screaming and yelling, saying that he didn't have cooking gas in the house for them to cook any food. There was another instance of a woman who was in her 6th month of pregnancy. She had medical records with her and proof of an appointment with a doctor. Yet she was forced to get off her car, and her car was confiscated. Yet there was another gentleman who had to withdraw money from the bank. He had his passbook with him, the checkbook with him, and he explained why he had to withdraw the money, yet he was not allowed to do this. So what do you want people to do? You're not allowing food distribution to happen. You're not allowing withdrawal of money, one's own money. You've not been able to deliver on the promise of 12 kgs per person or 1,500 rupees per person. Yet we have this blanket ban on NGOs and civil society, the perceived enemy. And then there is this whole ugly perception that the pandemic, coronavirus, is more in the Muslim areas, Muslim-dominated areas, thanks to the malicious propaganda of the Tablighi Jamaat case. And definitely the old city is bearing the brunt of it. Ugly videos are coming out of how, poor people are being thrashed for the most silly things. If the policemen are overworked, they're overstressed, and they have long hours of work, they're suffering from salary cuts or whatever their problems are, then the higher-ups in the administration need to do something about stress management of these people, something about the mental hygiene of these policemen deployed. They cannot go around beating up the citizenry of the state, of this country. We are the taxpayers. We pay taxes directly, indirectly. You have got no business beating up people like this, taking out your frustrations on people. And then, yes, I have a question for all these Maulvis and the ulama who've been advising people about Ramzan. Ramzan is just a matter of hours away. It could start this evening or next evening. You've given a lot of good advice to people that there should be no congregational prayers, that we should listen to the government, follow the rules, no iftars, no shopping. That's all fantastic. We'll follow it. But have you talked to the government about iftar and sehri for the common man? There are many people who cannot afford food today, who have run short of cash. There's a whole class of neo-poor in our country, lower middle class people who can no longer earn thanks to the lockdown. They've been reduced to poverty. Have you talked about this? I want to ask these Maulvis and the ulama this. Have you talked to the government about this? What are the arrangements in place? Now, for example, you have the Annapurna canteens who are doing a fantastic job. They provide good food free of cost. But these open after 10 in the morning and they close as soon as the food is exhausted. So that means it is after your sehri time and much before iftar. So people have no recourse to the Annapurna canteens for their sehri and iftar. So these are practical problems. One is people are starving, they're hungry, and on top of that, you're humiliating them in the name of the lockdown. Hunger combined with humiliation is a potent force. I suggest you read your history books and look at what's triggered off the French Revolution, the Russian Revolution. And then you will understand that poverty, hunger, humiliation had a lot to do with it.